closed all 4 deals in 2 weeks.
Alrighty, guys. So I was going to interview Kuldeep for all the agents in the program. He's been in the program since March, and he's done pretty well so far. So we're going to interview what works for him, and then you guys can apply this for yourself as well. But Kuldeep, tell me about yourself as an agent. Which market do you operate in so far?
Yeah, I am in Vancouver market. Usually I deal in Surrey, Delta, Langley area, but I am open to all the lower mainland area. So it's very expensive market though. If you are getting one deal, then your month is done almost, right?
100%.
About because all properties are about $1 million. And as a seller, if you are working as a seller realtor, you are easily making $12,000 to $15,000.
Exactly.
So if you are selling one property.
For one property, yes.
Yeah,
it's definitely a very, very competitive market. I think in Vancouver, there's 20,000 agents altogether.
Yeah, that's true. And before joining you guys, I've been tried there are so many lead companies.
Yes.
Some companies are charging $500, $600 per month. They are just sending the leads in your system. When I follow up, people just ask for CMA. After CMA, they don't respond.
Yeah.
Their system is different than your system. In your system, people start responding directly with you. Even you can call them. Sometimes, because I work most with the East Indian in my community. Sometimes they are little bit hesitating in texting and stuff. So I have to call them. So when I call them, they start, I introduce myself, and because it's a small word. And now then you introduce themselves, somehow you are later from back home, somehow with common friends. That's how I introduce myself. Then we start conversation. And
That's good. Yeah, it's always relationship over revenue any day of the week. Yeah, guys, Surrey is a really, really competitive market. There's tons of agents here. Lots of people, and even the client demographic of buyers and sellers, they're difficult to work with, right? Because it is heavily based on the pricing. How can you give me the lowest price? It's that. That's the people we're working with. But
it's very tough these days. The people are listing the houses for undervalued, so it's hard to make decisions, right? To compete with the other realtors and justify yourself to the buyers that what should be the price, right?
100%.
So,
yes.
That people can trust on you. Whatever the you price suggest the price, then buyers can trust that price and buy that home, right? That's the thing.
Great. Yes. Yeah. So how long has it been since you joined us? It was March, correct?
I think it was around March. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And around March, yeah.
So far, what have the results been so far?
So far, I closed 4 deals. So almost, 4 deals. And day after tomorrow is my subject move for the 5th one. And I'm pretty sure I'm showing the properties to 3, 4 more buyers these days. I don't know when they're going to buy, but they will buy through me. I don't know, it take a month, maybe next week. I don't know. It depends when they can find the property they are looking for. But I'm showing them, right?
Awesome.
So,
yeah. I also want to share something guys, we'll dive into some more questions. But since Kuldeep came on in March, I'm just looking at our ads here. We spent a total of just I don't know, let's just say not including the service fee, but just including the ad spend, it was March, April, May, June, July, August, $2,000 maximum on ads.
Almost $10 per week. Yeah, almost $10 per week average. Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, it's $10 a day, $70 a week, $300 to $350 per month on ads. Around $2,000 into ads resulted in how much so far? It's
around 50.
50-ish. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get better because what happens is that the pipeline is going to convert because people are still replying after months, right?
Yeah, so, because I closed those deals when there was only 200 contacts in my pipeline. Now there is a 500 contact. If you calculate the percentage, if 20% or 30% leads mature out of those 500, then I can result, right?
Exactly. And the other thing is they were closed majority during COVID, right? Because that's also one thing. So if it wasn't COVID, then it would have been a different story, right? But
yeah, that's true.
So a couple more questions. So I want to dive in on what you did to achieve the results, because that's the question that a lot of agents are asking. But like, could you dive in, tell me like what you did? Like, so were you, when a lead came in, were you like texting or were you just calling right away? Which one worked for you?
Usually I wait for their first text. When they text first time, then I ask how many bedrooms and washroom, whatever they are looking at their requirements. When they start responding, then after that, I make a call. After 2-3 texts, I make a call and ask them some friendly questions. After that, I tell them, feel free. If you have any question, I will send you the listings in coming hours. So when I start sending listing after a week or so, I send them another message, even a voicemail, that I sent you a lot of properties last week, from last 2 weeks. So if you like any property or you want to change your search criteria, I can do it. Then they respond that we didn't like anything, or we want to book the showing for certain property. Okay. Then I start from there.
Yeah, that's good. Like you keep it sort of low pressure, right? Because like when these leads come in, they don't know you yet, right? So if you go too high pressure, like I don't want to work with you. So that's good. So yeah, guys, like just a quick recap here. Like when someone comes in, he talks with them a couple, like builds rapport by text, and then he calls them, and then he sets them up on home search and doesn't push too fast for appointment. That's the number one thing, right?
Sometimes they are open by themselves, right? They start asking how we can get a mortgage and stuff. Then we need to guide them. From there, they can get a mortgage. I have a couple of persons know as a mortgage broker, so I recommend them. I don't recommend one guy, but then they will start thinking that I am getting commission out of them, right? Yeah. I usually say I don't take commission out of any mortgage broker. If you have your own mortgage broker, then it's fine. If you need any recommendation, then I can recommend you East Indian, white guy, Caucasian, whatever, 3-4 numbers, random numbers.
Based on their needs, yeah. Based
so
on. Awesome. And so in the beginning, it was like a little bit of a learning experience, right? Like you had to learn how the system works, because just for the newer agents that are coming into our program, like sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating in the first 1 or 2 months, because learning a new system, right? You want to see what works for you. So for you, was it a little bit like, I know you came on a lot of our weekly coaching calls, which is really, really important, right? And that's what I recommend for the other agents. But like, it took you some while to get the system rolling, right?
Yeah. It helps a lot. Yeah. First, I was very shy before calling the person. Now I don't shy. Even if somebody will send me the number, I will call them right away. They will say that we are not interested. So what? Then, okay, thank you. Let me know if you need anything, right? That's it.
What they say in real estate is like, you want to plant as many seeds. Like we talk to 1,000 people and like 400 of them say I'm not interested, but they talk to you and they're receiving texts and emails. They know that.
Even like I closed 4 deals in last month, right? So those guys are recommending me because I gave them good service. Now I'm going to start showing to the another guy, to his friend out of those 4. Maybe he's aggressive. He's gonna buy next month.
Love it.
So that's how it is. It depends on your service after that, right?
Yeah. What they always say is like first marketing, then sales, then your product, and your product is good, then like your service, then you get more and more customers from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So let me just a couple more questions here. So in terms of like people, what's your process? So let's just say lead comes in, they say, yeah, I'm interested. So you say, okay, bedrooms, washrooms, you send them over home search. Then how long do you wait to say, okay, do you like any home on the list, or how often?
Usually I send a week or so. Sometimes after in my system, I create a roadmap. After every 2 weeks, it's my text is going to all my leads.
Text blast,
text message. So those text messages are going to all my leads. Right now, I think there are 500 leads in my system. Same text message is going to everyone after 2 weeks. Did you like any property which I was sending you from last 2 weeks, last few months? If you like anything, let me know. Then I will
book for showings.
So they usually respond, no, I didn't like anything yet. Okay, thank me know whenever you like it. Some of them say, we want to book this showing. Then I search about that property and tell them that this is we have to have a look, so many things, right? Sometimes there is a grow up or something like that. If you would tell your customer that it is a grow up of property, right? There was a something attached to that property. Are you still interested? They will honestly tell you we are not interested. So that's how you build the trust.
Yes.
In the future, people ask you the question: is it good for us to buy this property? So that's how they're gonna start trusting on you and will ask any question. If they will say, see the property on the road, they will send you the address. Can you find out about this property? We are interested in. That's
100%. Yeah.
That's, I think
it's always like relationship over revenue, because if there's a grow up and you just sort of like lie and think, oh no, it's all good, like get the commission, that's gonna hurt you in the long run. So always for the long term gain.
Building a commission. Last out of those 4, one of their brother-in-law want to sell his home, and his home is around 850, 830, I think. He asked me that we want to list. I said okay, we can list it, but he said my neighbor is paying me is ready to pay me $810,000, right? So I said, sell it. Don't worry about the commission. If I will say no, I will list it, because at the end of that everything he will make 800,000 if he will list through me.
100%.
So, honest advice. But he will buy property through me, and he will recommend my name to his own friends and family that this is honest advice.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it is.
So, exactly.
Just one-time commission, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's so important, because like when, let's say like you have like 500 now, and the end of the year you have like 1,000 something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Over time, like by next year, out of 1,000, even if like let's just say out of 1,000, 2 to 3% convert, that's 20 to 30 deals. 20, 30 deals over the span of 5 years could equal 100, 200 deals because of the referrals, right? So
yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. So what's like one thing that really helped you this year? Was it like the coaching aspect? What did you pick up? What's one thing that you can say helped you this year?
I think only advertising through you guys and follow up the process. That's what I think. I was getting leads from other companies, but there was no follow-up things. So in system, there are lots of way how you can follow up. Even the system is following up. After a while, you have to check the list. That I know there are about 10% leads are fake or something. They just want to check the price of the home, then they ignore it. That's fine.
That's part of the game, yeah.
Out of 500, if it's 15%, then it's only about 75 deals, right? Leads. So still, you can survive. So it's a number game.
It is numbers game, 100%.
Yeah, just need to follow up every leads.
Yeah, that's right? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what like a lot of agents, they don't want to do, because either they're too busy. But the thing is, if someone is busy, you can always hire someone to like, there's assistants like in the Philippines for $2 an hour. There's like even
that's what I was talking about with you. That I think that's the best, because sometimes we are hesitating to call someone, right? So if assistant or something, then it's easy.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, you can write off that, right? You can write that off. You're going to pay taxes. I mean, it's pretty much in a way you don't have to pay anything. So so Khalid, this is great. Last question here. So let's just say you came in the program in February or March. When was your first closing from those leads? Like, was it 2 months in, 3 months in? How was that?
I think after I closed in August. So
from May, June,
end of July, August, right after 5 months, I think.
Yeah, see, so guys, like that's how long it takes. Yeah.
I closed all 4 deals in 2 weeks by the end of July, and
that's the thing. It takes time, right? The nurturing takes time, but awesome. Like I think by the end of the year, you're close. Hopefully, like 7 to 10. I mean, we've got a couple months left.
I think so. Yeah, I can easily close the 4 or 5 deals. I'm happy if I can close only 20 deals per year. I'm happy.
Well, yeah. I mean, for the investment, like if like 2K into ads, maybe at the end of the year you spend even 3 to 4K, but you're putting down close to 100 in commissions. Like that, the investment is crazy on that. So yeah. And that's it. So Khalid, like, thank you so much.